There's one more off. There's
No.
one more off.
Wait, no, it was. No, I did do this.
There's one more off.
Oh, no, I did too. I did it right the first time. Of course, off recording. Once I start recording, I was so confident. Too confident, I forgot the extra.
I'm over here like that's so incorrect.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Well, happy Halloween.
Welcome, everybody.
Happy Halloween, my ghouls and ghosts.
And witches and sorcerers, all them bad witches out there, hit me up. I'm single.
Oh, this is the worst intro ever.
No. You know what? It could be the Mandela effect. It could be the Mandela effect. It's always been two. It's always been two ah-ahs. It was three ch-ch-chs and two ah-ah. That's just reverb, all right?
I'm
We all know it
crying.
was two. It was just reverb. Okay. I do the best sound impressions ever. The best, the very best. No one does better impressions like me.
Was that supposed to be a Donald Trump impression?
Shut up.
Anyway, I'm Elvish.
I'm Aqua. Choking on my coffee.
And this is Night Court Narrative. Today,
Oh god.
today we are doing the Pumpkin Spice Cafe from Lori Gilmore.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm pretty positive there. Did I just say fucking? I did just say Larry.
Larry the Crab. He's
Larry the Crab. Larry the Crab not only gets them gains, but makes them romance books. too,
He's a
while he's at
lobster.
it. He's a lot. This is not what I said. You get them gains. Am I just getting everything wrong tonight? Is that what I'm doing? That's exactly what I'm doing. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So it's by Lori Gilmore.
Oh god.
We're professionals here, guys.
Oh
We're-
god. It gets
We're
worse every
extra
episode.
giggly. It does. Hey, look, it's just all the Reese's Pieces I've been eating, and the copious and
shit.
copious amounts of coffee that I've been having.
Oh god. Well, today, as mentioned, I'm trying to compose myself. You gotta help.
Composure. What does that taste like?
Today we are reviewing the Pumpkin Spice Cafe from Lori Gilmore. I always go off right off the bat and say like the cover, 10 out of 10. Such a
Oh, yeah, I love the cover. It's
beautiful,
cute.
beautiful cover. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. I mean,
You know, I have a confession I gotta make real quick.
oh god,
This is gonna be very controversial.
it typically is.
Yeah. So I hate everything pumpkin spice. This is the only thing that's pumpkin spice related that I actually enjoyed.
Oh, I dropped the book.
Oh, you know it's bad when she dropped the book. For those that don't know, it's really bad when she dropped the book, and she just dropped the book, so it's pretty bad.
It was only on my keyboard, so it's fine. It wasn't like it went far, but either way, I mean,
She still dropped the book.
I may or may not have been a little bit dramatic with that.
What?
With
Us? Dramatic? Never. Ain't that right, violence?
Oh yeah, you fuckers, say hi to Violet. Do it, or else no candy.
Exactly. Better calm it down and say hi to violence.
But anyway, I mean, there's really not much. I mean, there's really not much to tell you about this book. I mean, there's a lot to talk about, but as far as the plot goes, this woman ends up inheriting a cafe. It's a really, really small town, so everyone knows everyone. She ends up making friends with the other townspeople. Obviously it's around fall time, so there's a lot of fall festivities. And she ends up meeting Logan. I'm sorry, this is Jeannie, by the way. She ends up meeting Logan, which is the second main character. And they end up falling in love. And yeah, that's basically what the book is about.
All right, guys, sign in, print, roll credits. Let's get out of here. No, I'm kidding. Hey, just insert ending credits right here from like Star Wars.
I feel like this is probably going to be like the most edited podcast.
Probably. We don't edit much. We might just edit this one just for funsies. Who knows?
Honestly. But no, like this book
But yeah,
was this book was really good.
it was. It was. All right, look, I'm pretty sappy, and this one was pretty freaking adorable. I like how both characters were pretty awkward about it.
Yes. Well, and
And
then
it
you
felt
have
a little too real at the same time. It's like, damn,
yes.
too real, and I loved it.
Yes, and we do have the trope Grumpy and like Sunshine. So Logan is the Grumpy, Jeannie's
Mhm.
the Sunshine, but like they complement each other so well.
Yes. Along with that, with the grumpy personality, the thing is, Logan, not to mention, it also brings up the sexy farmer vibes.
Oh my
Because
god,
he's a
yeah.
farmer. Not gonna lie, it had me a little hot and heavy. But, the man is also very stoic. It's hard to show a very stoic person, you know, because they always look grumpy. And of course, he was grumpy, don't get me wrong. But there were times where he was just stoic because of just how he was, and it just fits perfectly because he had many moments like that. And of course, it takes someone with a personality like Jeannie, who's also very bubbly for an anxious
Person?
for an person for an anxious person, you know, dealing with a few traumatic things. She also has a very bubbly personality when she's not so worried, not so anxious.
Yeah.
So it also has the bubbly personality meets the stoic personality and brings out the kind of like the goofiness out of both of them.
I think
And I love it.
the only bad thing I did not like about this book though, and it's definitely not a bad thing. It's more of a my personal issue rather than like the reader. This book is such a very quick read, which I absolutely love, and it's one of those where like you can get into it and like I was listening to the audiobook. I have the personal like physical book in front of me, but I was listening to the audiobook because I was listening to it at work. But I was working and out of nowhere I was on chapter 20 already, and I feel like I had just started it. So it was such a quick read. So the only thing I didn't like about it is I feel like I missed some of the characters. Like I know who everyone is if we're talking about them, but I don't know their names. I know a lot of the characters, obviously, like Noah, Hazel. We have fucking Norman. We have Annie, Mac. Like I know them, but like I don't know everyone's names because the book went by so fast.
Yeah.
So it's a skill issue on my part personally, but that was the only thing I didn't like. Like I kind of wish like I had like that personal connection with all of them, but I wish I had the
More.
mental capacity to learn their names.
You see, what you need to do is you need to install more RAM. I've been telling you that your next Christmas list, you need to add more RAM into your brain.
I can never remember.
Well, that's because you need more RAM to begin with. Jokes.
But yeah,
You're being
this book,
terrible jokes, guys.
honestly, I mean,
Goofy.
you'll get used to them. But
It'll
no,
be
this
fun.
book was really such a quick read.
Was.
I almost read this book in one sitting. It just the cute, fluffy vibe. I really loved. I mean, kind of like what Aqua said. He mentioned how real the book felt, and it really did feel real. It felt like we were a part of that small town, especially like the little town meeting. Like I felt like I was there with them.
Yes. Oh my god, I love the interaction of the characters. I could literally imagine them all, like in a legitimate way.
Yes.
Like the author did so well of making these characters and making their personalities unique, but not overly exotic or not over the top. That's the correct term. Over the top. And some of them may seem a bit eccentric, but it kind of fits given like how the personalities are. Like
Right.
the mayor being a very superstitious guy because of his dreams and things like that. But you know, I'm pretty sure we've all met somebody who's that sort of way. And if they were, I can imagine that because I have met somebody like that before who's like very into like it's like a friend of mine like so much into crystals and things like that, and she is like so much into horoscopes and like tarot cards, and literally it just reminded me of them. And it was funny because the way how the mayor acts when it came to that sort of thing was both cringy in a good way.
No, I agree completely. But then it's kind of like what you said, like, you know, even with like Jeannie's anxiety and everything, you know, she just moved into a brand new cafe. She moved into a brand new town. She doesn't know anybody, and she feels like someone is messing with her. Is basically stalking her in the back alley, kind of like her house. She hears creepy noises and stuff in the middle of the night scurrying around. Even with her and like the mayor combined, the mayor's like, "Oh yeah, someone's definitely haunting you. It's a ghost.
Oh
You
yeah,
got this."
it's great. I love it. It's great.
But then
They
that's
have their own little superstitions and everything.
yeah, and that's kind of where we get the first like alone time really with Jeannie and Logan, because they end up doing a stakeout with one another, and I just thought that was the cutest
Oh my
thing
god.
ever.
I was kind of jealous. Not gonna lie. Wish I did that with someone.
No, like I actually agree though. Like I kind of want to do that. Like that would be. I mean, I don't know. I mean that sounds fun, and you
It's just
know,
adorable. It's like a good excuse for like a date. Hey, if someone's haunting me, do you think maybe you can like, I don't know, like, help me with a, with a ghost hunt? They could be spooky and romantic at the same time.
right? And
Next
she
thing you know,
ended
man,
up
the hockey
bringing.
mask comes in.
And she ended up bringing so many snacks too, because she was like, we're gonna be up all night. So I
Mhm.
think he was eating like Twizzlers and everything. It was really cute.
Oh, I love Twizzlers.
And then for this meantime, they thought that they found it. They thought that they found the culprit, and it ended up being a little kitty cat. They named it Casper.
It was a white cat too.
Spoiler alert.
Which, yeah, spoiler alert. Well, we do spoilers around here, so.
Yeah.
Ooh, late
Well, spoiler alert,
spooky.
it was not Casper. Dun dun dun.
It was not. It was just named Casper because it was a white cat. Haha.
But
Spooky.
she ended up keeping Casper, which I absolutely really loved. And then they ended up, just getting closer and closer. I do hate though, so like with Logan, he had a pretty traumatic experience himself, they
Oh, yeah, they both did.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. So Logan used to be with a girl named Lucy. They hit it off. They were really going at it. And one year at the Christmas tree lighting, they decided, like Logan decided, this is the time that I'm going to propose and ask Lucy to marry me. And she ditched him, and she ditched town. And that
Yep.
really fucked him up.
Because then in front of the entire town,
Oh yeah.
there was an audience. I mean, of course, given the whole small town vibes, they're not going to be like, oh my god, you're dumb. No, they're like, oh, I'm sorry. But in a
Right.
caring way. Not like in a pitiful way, but in like, oh my god, you're hurt. What can we do to help? No, that sort of thing. But,
No, absolutely.
it's a pretty good example of male pride. Okay, yeah. Enough said
Well,
right there.
And then,
Male
that
pride.
really sucks too, because he allowed his anxiety too to get the best of him as well, because Jeannie, this entire time, seeing it from her point of view and her perspective, she had no intentions of leaving this entire time. She had this brand new cafe. She was making friends. She really loved the town. She loved absolutely everything about it. But then he allows his anxiety to get a part of it. And he's like, you're going to leave. You're just like everyone else. Like, how dare I get close to you? Blah, blah, blah. And it's just like,
Yeah.
sir, please stop. It broke my heart a little bit.
It did, but it makes sense because someone who went through something like that and never did anything to resolve that issue, plus not to mention, like, his dad had abandoned him and his mom had passed away at an early age, so he's used. Well, I hate to say it, he was used to people leaving in one way or another.
Right.
Not only both your parents, but a girl, a partner that you thought you were gonna be with, because you were in love, right? It turned out to be one-sided. And so, it sucks. But
And I mean,
you're right, though. It did get away into his possible, relationship with Jeannie. But of course, in the end, spoiler alert, they end up together, become cute and adorable, and all that good stuff.
and I mean, I can see where he's coming from though. Like, I don't want to fully like push him to the side. I do want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Towards the end, we do get, I believe, 2 spicy scenes, which I have opinions on that. But
Oh
we end
boy.
up getting 2 spicy scenes, and the next morning, he actually starts really looking around, and even though Jeannie has been so overly busy with the cafe and just everything going on, she hasn't really had time to unpack. And so he
Yeah.
starts getting that after morning, like, anxiety, like I've mentioned, and he starts seeing all of these boxes, and he just leaves. And I think it mentioned in the book that he was gone for about a week. Like, they didn't talk to one another, they didn't cross
Oh yeah.
paths, he didn't call her,
Nothing. No,
nothing.
he's stuck at his farm, but I think what I don't know if maybe it was my audio that cut off, but or something, but it was he saw a realtor card that he knew of.
Yes.
So that is what really pushed him over. And to be fair, given seeing the context and not knowing anything, because at the same time, she's never really said anything about her staying there. It always seemed kind of in the air, if that makes sense.
Yeah. She was
With
also
her
brand
demeanor.
new.
Yeah, she was brand new too, which, in her defense, I understand. And not to mention also, literally getting started in a business within a few days, into a town. Again, it is a small community, but in a town where you're meant to serve basically the entire town,
Right.
who is already giving her quite a bit of expectations. Like in that first meeting, they were already, asking her about the cafe. It's like when you're starting, this, that, and the other, kind of bombarding her, which I can understand would be pretty overwhelming if you think about it in real life.
Which, I mean, I guess that makes sense too, because I think I kind of mentioned it at the beginning, or I probably breezed right past it, which is my fault. Jeannie ended up inheriting this cafe from her aunt. So,
Yeah.
and like her aunt was like very well known in this community,
Hmm.
and everyone absolutely adored her and adored the cafe that she had. And she decided that she just wanted to go and become a traveler, go see the world, basically retire and live her life to the fullest. So she ended up retiring and leaving her cafe to Jeannie, and Jeannie never
Decided
really
to go
did
for it.
anything. Yeah, she's never done anything
Yeah,
like this before. So it's brand new to her. And now
exactly.
it's the first meeting ever, and everyone's basically hovering around her like, hey, coffee? Where is it? You know?
Coffee, give now, instantly. But yeah, no, it makes sense. Like the circumstances make sense. The cause and the effect of it all makes sense. What caused all the boxes to still be there because of all the pressure, and you made a good point. There was already a good established rapport.
Right.
The ant was already pretty well known there and pretty big. Not to mention there ain't really much on coffee shops too. That's literally the only one.
I mean,
So
literally the only one.
obviously, exactly, except for some, watered down, dirty bean water at some gas station like down the road or something like that. But despite that, good coffee, that was the only one. And I can understand the need for good coffee, as I just finished mine just now.
And which I digress because it is 9:30 at night. You need to stop drinking coffee. Anyway,
Never.
so this is where I don't really remember the names because, the book just went too fast for me, and like if I was reading it, I would have remembered, but just, with work and, whatever. So they actually have a local town book club.
Ah, yes.
And there is a character, her name is Hazel. She actually owns the local bookstore. I really liked Hazel personally,
Oh yeah, she's
but
great.
as far as the book club goes, I don't necessarily remember everyone in the book club, but I just remember in my mind, and I could be completely wrong, so please forgive me, I had the perception that everyone in the book club, besides like one or two of them, were like middle-aged women.
Not gonna lie, I think only one of the couples that was slightly on the younger side, but no, all
All
of
of
them were
them were
pretty much
right.
middle aged. Yeah, all
Okay,
of them were pretty much middle aged.
perfect. So you got that too.
Yeah,
So the funniest part about this book club, they're all reading smut.
I know it's great. And even Logan said about it. And the best part is, given that she's, going back to the main character, and Logan, Logan is that hot farmer. Um, he was warning her warning Jeannie because Jeannie was getting dragged into the book club and ends up joining, for fun. Sexy farmer smut. Who wouldn't want that?
And ends up reading one. Ends up reading a sexy farmer smut book.
Yep, and even Logan warned her, all they do is just talk about their porn. Turns out that's exactly what they did. It was great. It was so funny. And oh man, it's great. It's just so good. I just love the dynamic. The new girl's here. A few of the people warning her about the ins and outs of how the townspeople are, goes in, deals with the townspeople, gets exactly what was described. Verbatim.
Right.
And what's funny too on the book club? This might show my age a bit, but I kept thinking of the Golden Girls. With Betty White and all of them. For some reason, I know most of them were middle aged, and I think one couple was young, and that's the one with the baby. I think it was like Mateo. I think that was the baby's name, but something like that.
I think so, yeah.
They were the only ones who I thought were young. While everyone else, I just kept thinking of the Golden Girls.
Yeah, I just could think middle-aged women. That's all the middle-aged women that all get together after church. They go to the cafe and they just sit in the cafe for hours on end, just shooting the shit with one another.
Pretty much, yeah. And
that's all I could think of.
Young pastor guy that's brand new.
Yeah. Well, and then I lost my train of thought. Oh, well then I can't personally speak on this. I cannot speak on this whatsoever because I don't know. But I do have a segment at the end of this or in the middle, wherever. I have a segment where I want to read off some things. It's really funny. But one of the things that I kept seeing over and over again is that if you like Gilmore Girls, you're going to absolutely adore this book. I've never seen that.
My God, I saw Gilmore Girls once or twice. You are so right. They work perfect in tandem.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but I heard that if you like one, you'll love the other. So
yeah,
take that.
Can't confirm.
I'm actually in the I loved this book so much. I kind of want to watch Gilmore Girls now, just to see.
I think you would enjoy that movie. Get some popcorn.
Is it a movie?
Go for the ride.
Is it a TV show?
I think I could have sworn there's a Gilmore Girls movie, but it's a show. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there was a movie involved. I'm 66% positive.
Well, yeah. So this book isn't very spicy, I will say as well. There are 2.5 spicy chapters, 2 of which are at the very end. One is around chapter 20-ish, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
The spicy chapters don't actually do anything to the plot. So if you're not a spicy enjoyer, you can actually skip those chapters and you won't miss anything.
Yeah. All it does is just shows that they really like each other a lot, and that's about it.
But unlike other books where they have spicy time information, this one's mainly just spicy. So you are allowed to skip those pages. Now for my tangent though. Authors. For the love of all things holy, if you guys keep making spicy books, can you please, for the love of everything spooky in our world, describe them differently? Because I don't need 500 smutty books describing the man the exact same way. Not everyone is going to look like that. Please. I don't need... Are you talking
about their schmeeness?
Yes, and I don't need to hear hardened length another day in my life.
Well, I mean, there's not much you can describe. What, do you want them to say just the stiff sausage? Do you want to hear stiff sausage?
You know what? At this point, I will take that cringe over hearing hardened length.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying. Authors, please. I am begging you.
In the spirit of Oktoberfest, we'll just start calling it Bratwurst from now on.
I am begging you.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I guess
Definitely what I was expecting at all. Not gonna lie.
I guess since we're already on that topic, I kind of want to digress a little bit.
Bratwurst?
So, Aqua and I mean, you loved this book, yeah? What would you say your
Oh
rating
yeah.
is?
I'm not gonna lie. I think I might go with the 5. I mean, there's nothing I really dislike about the book except I just wanted more.
Right,
I honestly
actually,
wanted more.
so I'm torn because I can't decide if I want a 4.5 or a 5. I would say a
What?
4.5 because I wanted more. But
I see.
also at the same time, I got plenty of what I wanted. I think I just want more. So are we gonna say this is a 5-star read?
I'm gonna say 5 because we can't necessarily fault the author for, like they gave us, I would
They
say,
gave
a
us
satisfying
everything.
ending. Yeah.
Right.
There was a little bit of like a little extra going on, and cause like after they figure about the cats, there was some more going on with the shop, which
Right.
then provided more information about the ant and Nolan, cause it turns out Nolan was being a little butthead. But oh my god, I have never seen such a distinguished gentleman about, trying to scare someone off and then admitting to it and apologizing for it. Like I
Right.
have never seen a such a gentlemanly, like, guilty confession, and it was all because homeboy just wanted to be with Dots, which is the name of Jeannie's aunt. And I was like, that is so fucking stupid. It's so romantic. It is
I loved
amazing.
it.
I loved it, and I like how they gave small inklings. Like the further they went onto the book, they just kept it in the background. But the main issue was between, Jeannie and Lois' relationship.
Well, and then that's also the
With
thing too. Like, I would have never. I'm the type of person too where I guess the outcome at the beginning every
yeah,
time. I never guessed that it would have been him. Like in a million years, I would have never been able to guess it.
you know what? I kind of guess it too, just like you do. And most of the other books, I kind of be like, you know what? I can kind of see this coming. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be that. Narrow it down. But they had some decent like people. Like it has to be someone from in the store, which it was. It was Nolan, and Nolan was also the one responsible for training Jeannie. And the
Yeah.
funny part is, Nolan had a very like grumpy personality, but he's just more like a croggy old man, but a responsible croggy old man. Like he's not gonna leave you behind. He was dedicated. He was teaching and this, that, and the other. And he told Jeannie that she doesn't need him.
I am gonna be
You
that
know.
person for 2 seconds. His name is
Uh-huh.
Norman.
Norman? Wait, what was I? Was I saying Nolan?
Yeah,
Oops.
his name is Norman.
Norman. Why was I thinking? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When I was listening to the book, I guess I was dyslexic in my brain and ear holes. And for some reason, I kept thinking Nolan. I don't know why. I know it's Norman.
But
I
see, when
keep
you said it, I
saying
immediately knew who
Nolan.
you were. Yeah, I immediately knew who
Yeah.
you were talking about.
Sorry, my brain is also dyslexic. But
Yeah, he ended up
Norman.
trashing the entire cafe, broke windows,
Yes.
I think, broke potted plants, I think.
Yeah, but actually the potted plant and the broken window was an accident because he had
Yeah.
hired somebody to assist him and they went too far. And the man had a guilty conscience. And when he got caught red-handed because the homeboy was just doing innocent things like unplugging the refrigerator,
Changing the
constantly
thermostat.
changing the thermostat, I think he unscrewed light bulbs, I think,
I
or something
think
like
so.
that. Tossing the trash cans, but not ripping the bags. I
But you
don't
also have to
think.
remember, Norman, I would assume. Okay, so if you've seen the movie Up, the old man is Norman.
Yes, yeah, because he was an older
Exactly.
gentleman. Yeah, he
Like,
was an older gentleman. Yes.
Norman is literally Carl, right? His name's Carl?
Yeah, yeah, Carl
From Up. Literally.
That's
So,
exactly how I was
can you
thinking of
please
too.
imagine this, like, short, like, kind of chunky? I can imagine he's short, chunky, kind of hunched over.
Well, they gave a description of what he was. He was actually kind of tallish and slender.
I only think of Carl.
Not gonna lie, his spirit screamed Carl.
Yes.
Yep. Oh man, but yeah, that's exactly who I was imagining in my head. Just Carl if he was taller and not so chunky.
And you know what? This book actually gave us what we wanted. So
It did.
the main point was Jeannie and Logan,
The
Um,
relationship.
yeah. So their relationship, they end up kind of secretly getting together, falling apart because of both of their anxiety, and then they end up getting together in the long run. We
Mhm.
also see Aunt Dot and Norman technically confess their love to one another, and
Oh,
then
they
we
definitely did.
even
Without a doubt.
oh,
They
without a
definitely
doubt.
did.
And then we
Yeah.
even see Noah and Hazel kind of
Ah.
kind
Oh
of get
yeah.
something towards the end. So you get 3 love interests in one book, and I'm not gonna lie, my heart fluttered.
It was great. You know
So
what?
you know what? I am gonna
I'm
say 5 stars. Yes,
same. Yep. Another 5-star book, guys.
this is our second outside of Akatar. This is only our second 5-star book review ever.
Yep. Oh yeah. And it's just great. It was a good book. We can't exactly fault it for wanting more because that's just on us.
Exactly.
But technically, the author did provide, because what did we find out the other day? They pulled an icebreaker thing.
Yes.
They have multiple stories that revolve the other characters from the main branch of the book.
Right. So the book that the episode that you're getting next week is going to be the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. It is actually about Noah and Hazel, and I'm so
can't wait.
excited. Oh, I'm so excited. I haven't even started reading it yet. I think I'm gonna start reading it tomorrow. I'm so excited. I can't.
I need to wait
But-
till tomorrow to get another thingy from audio from
Oh
Audible.
yeah.
Yes. I get
Well.
one tomorrow.
So I'm gonna go on a slight tangent then. So we're gonna digress for a minute, right?
All right. Oh, but I
I-
also have another thing once you finish your tangent.
Okay. So this is a new segment in Night Court Negative.
Negative. Uh-oh. We're in the upside down now.
This is a new segment in Night Court Narrative. This is 1-star reviews of this book.
What? 1-star
Alright.
reviews? Oh no.
All right, so this one says, I hated everyone but Casper, the cat.
Oh my god. Are you for real? Oh, well, I don't blame him. Casper is pretty damn adorable.
Oh, God. Okay. 1-star review. I need therapy after this.
Oh, why? Okay, you know what? It's because he also has abandonment issues, so that person abandoned the book, just like his dad.
Let me see.
This is not me trying to flame all the 1-star reviews because I'm being petty.
All right, this is 1-star review. I deserve 5 gold stars for finishing this book.
Wow. Good for you.
I can't unrecommend this book enough. The only good thing about this book is the cover. This book was 99 cents, and I still want my money back.
Damn. Are you that poor?
Okay, that's it. That's all I got.
That's insane. That is insane.
So when I
You know-
finished,
They didn't have enough pumpkin spice. That's why. They were supposed to allow themselves in pumpkin spice. They didn't have a pumpkin with them, and nor did they have any gourds. They also just have no joy or happiness in their life, I guess. I don't know.
well, then that's the thing too. I really enjoyed this book, so I went on Goodreads. And I was like, you know what? I'm just so curious on what the average rating of the book is. The average rating of the book is like a 3.8, I believe. So I'm like, okay,
Are you serious?
yeah. So I was like, okay, why does it have a 3.8? And I went through it all. It's mainly a mix of 5 stars and 1-star reviews. So I'm like, okay, I'm curious on what the 1-star reviews are. There are so many funny 1-star reviews. So if you want a good laugh, go read the Goodreads 1-star reviews because they are hilarious. But honestly,
Oh my god. That is so dumb.
it
But I might
was
do
great.
that later because I could use a laugh. 'cause
No,
that's
it was great. It was absolutely great. But then that's also where I read the 5-star reviews, and that's where I got the Gilmore
Gilmore
Girls.
Girl.
That's so hard to say when you have like a weird like lisp thingy.
Gilmore Girls.
Show off.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm killing it.
But
Or,
no,
I mean,
like-
I'm on health carrying it because we can't say that word on YouTube.
But no, this book was amazing, and we are definitely gonna read the entire series. I can already promise you that. I know next
yeah, we're definitely
episode
doing
we're
it.
gonna do the second one, and then around Christmas time we were going to do the third one, and then the fourth one doesn't actually release until around my birthday. So in
Ooh.
March, I believe March or April, we're gonna get the fourth book. So,
Yippee. Can't wait.
but yeah, I don't know. I feel like we already said everything we need to say because I feel like on my end, I'm just gonna keep repeating the same stuff. Like this book was
It was good.
gushy. This book was good. This book was funny. Like it actually, like, I'm not gonna lie, like some of it was kind of cringe, eye rolly, but like that's the point of it because it was kind of like Hallmarky. It was kind
Oh
of
yeah,
like
this is so Hallmark, and it's
right.
but in a good
Yes.
way, because you
Exactly.
can relate to it. Anyone who's from a small town would, well, at least I would say anyone from a small town will be able to appreciate this.
Right. Because I know
I fully believe that.
even when Logan started his anxiety because he saw the boxes and the realtor thing, it made me like audible like scoff, and I even like face palmed myself. Like it's like that
Mm.
type of story. Like I could not wait. I had 3 chapters left and I couldn't read it anymore until this morning. So I literally had to sleep on knowing that I only had 3 chapters left. Like it was that good.
I had to force myself to stop because I'm gonna do it in one sitting because I want to enjoy it. I forced myself to not read in one sitting because I was like, I need to save this. I get
Oh
work
my
tomorrow. It's
god.
gonna be a long day. I need something good to listen to, so I'm just gonna
Yes.
like just hold off on it. Hold off. But no, it was a good book. It's definitely a recommend read.
Oh yeah.
And if the other books are anything like this one, this is a good chance that my lowest score would probably be a 4.6 on the other books.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So I'm really
To be
excited for
honest.
the next book because I liked Hazel, so I'm very interested on where
Oh yeah,
that's
I'm
going. So
so ready, so ready. But now, before we close, and now time for Agua,
Agua?
Aqua,
Do you even know
Aguas.
your name?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, as in Spanish. All right, leave it alone. Aqua's segment of prediction time. Since we have a book with, canon and, more books to go along with it, I
Ooh.
decided that, you know what, I'm gonna make a prediction. I'm going to say by the next book or two, our good buddies, Logan and Jeannie, are going to have a baby.
Oh, I can see that. Probably by the end of
Yeah.
next book, I could see that.
Or at least by the third book.
Oh, yeah.
They need to have a baby. Or at least I would love for them to have a baby because
Oh,
I
I
think they'd be
could see
great
that.
parents. Or at least
Oh,
more
yeah.
cats. At least more cats.
I could see the more cats.
Definitely. But I am fingers crossed for a baby.
Man, once I like read the book and I heard about Hazel, she's a book club or bookstore owner and all that. Once I saw the title for the next book, which was the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, I was like, oh my god, I already
My
know who this is
God.
about. And then I didn't read the synopsis because, we don't read the synopsis here. I didn't read it, but I
What's that?
skimmed it and it literally said Noah and Hazel. And my heart fluttered
You were shooketh.
to the core.
Shook it to the core.
But I don't
Oh,
know.
man,
For
this is
me
great.
personally, I mean, this is kind of like my neighbor, or I'm sorry, my roommate is a vampire. This is the same thing where we can go on for an hour and a half talking about it, but there's just not stuff to talk about. I don't know. I would read it. Just go read it. Read
Yeah.
it and experience it for yourself, please.
Yes, just experience it. I mean, we basically gave the entire book in like in a couple of
Exactly.
minutes, but it's still still a joy to read.
Well, and then you want to know the funniest part, Aqua?
What's up?
It's been almost 45 minutes.
That's great.
It doesn't even
Love
feel
that.
like it, right?
It does not. No.
So, like, literally, we can talk about this book all day long, but... And if you
Guess
have
what?
more, then by all means, keep going. But I'm personally, I think I'm good. I think at this point, I want you as a viewer to tell us what you think. And I really
yeah.
want to know, like, if you are these 1-stars, you know what? Make me laugh. Go ahead, put your review it down below. And I would love
my
to read
God.
it.
That would be great. Either do it on this episode of our podcast, or even do it on the next one. Bleed it over if you want to. We don't mind activity at all.
Right? Also, while we're at it too, I know mine might be a little bit easy, but if you can, down below, guess who our Halloween costumes are?
Oh yeah. we do have our Halloween costumes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally think they're both easy, but that's just me.
But those who know, that's for sure.
But yeah,
But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it.
that's it. Yeah.
Now I feel like we're the book club.
Yes. Oh, I
'Cause
love
we're
the
over here
vibe.
we're here talking about smutty the romance books.
Oh, not the links.
So, yep.
Bro, like I cringe every time. Like I cringe every time there's a spicy chapter now because it's the same spicy chapter in every single book. Like I feel like they just copy and paste it from another author. And at this point, like, bro, like, come on.
Look.
Hey, can I copy your homework? Yeah, just don't make it noticeable.
Copies homework. Look, not everyone wants to talk about, looking at a bratwurst and they'll be confused, but they go, why is it lunchtime? Why is it lunchtime? It's supposed to be flexi time,
Oh, that would be the one person. Look, Mom, I'm reading a book about lunch.
Sausages. The mom reads it and she's like, oh dear God, at least I have an innocent child. Oh man. Yeah, we are me and Elvish are definitely the Gilmore girls. We are the golden girls in the book club that are talking about smut. Because right now we're just on our sexy farmer.
Yes.
Next up is a sexy librarian.
Hell yeah.
Can't wait. Just so you know, Elvish, that this is the same person, so you be prepared for hard and length again.
Oh, no, it's not the same person technically. Oh, well, it's the same author, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. It's fine.
It'll be fine. It's fine. I'm
Wait.
definitely keeping this book.
Oh, no, absolutely. It's fantastic. Well, I own the book, so yeah. But yeah, I guess on a non-podcasty note,
Gasp.
as we mentioned before, happy Halloween, everyone. As
happy
you guys,
Halloween.
yes, I love Halloween. As you guys are going out tonight, I'm assuming you're probably watching this throughout the day. As you guys go out tonight, please be aware of your surroundings. Please be safe. If anything happens, please report it. Please be kind to others. Do not take things besides candy from strangers, but please be sure to check your candy, your children's candy, and please be safe out there.
Yes. Do be careful. Keep in mind, and don't be going to dark alleyways or dark forest because, you might think you might find a hot, goth mommy witch or daddy sorcerer. That doesn't necessarily mean it's always a good thing. Just,
Well, I mean, when you put it that way, I'm on my way.
Not me, ready, packing up my backpack with a flashlight and a free rope, nothing like that. Anyways.
But yeah, just please
be safe.
Please be mindful. Please be safe. Everyone wants to enjoy this night just like you do, so please.
We're here to gorge yourself on candy, okay?
Yes. Do not be a dick. And if you guys want more candy, come over to us, trick or treat. We will throw candy in your face hole. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Well, that was Nightcore Narrative. I'm the cringe. I mean, Aqua.
I'm Elvish, as a lot of people mistakenly say in video games. Elvis? If you call me Elvis, I will punch you.
Hey, that just means you're the king of pop.
I want to be the queen of, like, the Hobbit lands.
Ooh.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween!
Ooh!
Ooh, spoopy! Violence! Sick 'em.
She just sits there. Okay, bye!
Bye!